Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters cast. Got an awesome game going on for you here today, and I've lost my window, but there it is. So I think I've cast these two guys before, actually, so it's going to be awesome to see them battle it out once again. Down the bottom left side of the map, it is Mr. Illusion. He plays for Root Gaming. He is from the United States, and he is 18 years of age, according to this, so very, very awesome stuff. And his opponent is going to be Minigun up the top right side of the map. He is on the other tab. He is from the United States and also plays for Root Gaming and doesn't quite have an age, according to Wikipedia. So we can assume whatever age we probably want to, but yeah, another awesome player from Root Gaming, and I definitely think we have cast these two guys playing together once before, so it's going to be interesting to see this other game, and I think it's actually from the same series of games they played this game. I can't remember who won the previous one, but regardless, it should be a very, very awesome game. Definitely looking forward to it. Oh man, not looking forward to the coughs though. Probably should have grabbed a drink before I started casting this, but we will just have to see exactly what we can get up to. So I'll tell you what, not much is happening right now. So I'm going to grab a drink and I'll be right back. Who are we going to follow? Is there any interesting unit? Oh, there's a Reaper coming out. Alright, I'm going to follow this Reaper. I'm going to go grab my drink. So you guys just stay tuned, whatever. Alrighty, we are back, and looks like the Reaper didn't actually do a whole lot. It's trying to chase this bloody probe around, but does manage to get it finally. And I do apologise, my water filter just takes so friggin' long to do anything, and yeah, finally did come back up though. So we got a semi-proxy Twilight Council. We have a look. Looks like the Reaper did get in here, at least a worker, and saw a couple of things. And not a whole lot. So let's just jump back on this guy. Let's see exactly how well he does. He's going to get up there. There is a Stalker just about to come out. There's already a Mothership Core out there. So the Reaper might get a worker, but probably will not, and does get chased away by the Stalker. Very, very nice stuff. Let's do a quick recap on how this game is going. We've got an expansion down for both players. Minigun just about finished his. Worker count slightly favouring Minigun as expected because of the chrono boost. And yeah, not much else going down. Twilight Council, 3 barracks, no factory. For the 4th barracks is actually coming out. So he's going for very, very heavy early barracks play. Going to be getting out a ton of Marines, ton of Marauders. So he's going to be very, very good early game, but a little bit tech starved. So definitely that factory is going to have to be a fairly high priority after he finishes building this barracks. I'd say right now it's probably a pretty heavy priority, because unless he really wants to finish this game off in the next 2 or 3 minutes, he needs a factory for the later tech. I mean, once you get to like the 10-12 minute mark, running around with Marines and Marauders and without medevac support just doesn't carry the same crunch that it does early game. But these guys are moving out very, very early, and they might be able to do some damage here if they can get this stuff done. 2 Stalkers and a Zealot. The Zealot's going to go down very fast. The Stalkers have to beware as well. There's just so much Marine damage coming out here. Time Warp is going to help. And the 3 Stalkers do get in there and start to do quite a bit of damage. The Marauder is going to help so much against the Stalkers, but getting the micro down is so hard when you're in that Time Warp. And finally, the Terran Force does go down. Very, very nice play there by Minigun. And now he looks to be in a very, very nice position, pushing out the workers, but not too far ahead. Illusion has still been keeping up with that worker production, only building 1 at the moment. So there we go, second one coming out. He's got another force coming out, 3 Marauders and 1 Marine. So a much nicer composition. Might be waiting for the next 2 Marauders. I'd say it's a very good idea. Because, yeah, I mean, with Stalkers, but yeah, those 2 Stalkers just got no chance at all. And Minigun should seriously be considering an Immortal sometime very soon. Definitely needs it. He's got 4 gates. He's going to be building 2 more, so he could be potentially going for a 6 gate. Marauders moving in, doing some great hits. The Stalkers dying so fast to this many Marauders, and there's just no way they can survive. All of the Marines do go down though, which is a bit unfortunate, but there we go. The Marauders are going to finish this piling off, and for now, it's pretty much over as far as Minigun's harassment, as far as him moving on in. The Marauders are looking very low, and this is what I was saying before about the need for medevacs as you start to get past the 10-minute mark, because Marauders right now, these guys are so weak. They don't have the shields, which the Protoss do regenerate, and that's definitely a downside. All they have to rely on is their pure strength, but you get enough Stalkers and they just start to die so fast. Over a long period, they will die so fast, and it's just not the way you want to do it. So these guys are very strong, but after a couple of engagements, they will be close to death, whereas Protoss players will fare a little bit better. So we got the factory coming out, which is nice. And there we go, Stalkers coming out. They're trying to use the high ground, but Illusion is going to be backing off right here. Building 3 Marauders at a time, 3 more barracks coming out, so looking to be going for very, very heavy triple M play. Although we still have not seen a starport starting. There we go, starport starting to come out now. So that's going to be a little bit better. And is that, I thought I saw an Immortal, not quite, but the robotics facility is coming out. It's going to be pretty good. A lot of Zealots here, which I like from Minigun. They're definitely going to help slow the assault from Illusion, although this many Marauders are really just chewing through these guys. And now they come in, and now the Stalkers are going to start to take a serious amount of damage. But once again, Illusion is slowly taking hits, and the Zealots forcing him to kite away, and he takes so many Stalker hits when he is kiting away. Reinforcements coming back up, but all Minigun needs to do is send a couple of Zealots out there, forcing the Marauders back. The Marauders ignoring the Zealots at the moment, but they pay for it dearly when the Zealots finally catch up to him. And that's it. I mean, Illusion has been doing a lot of pressure, but it's basically just been trading armies at the moment, and we can see that Minigun's even pushing for the Colossus, the robotics bay over there. So he's pushing all the way out to the mid to late game, and he's quite content that he is going to be able to knock Minigun back for the next few minutes at least, until he starts getting Colossus out. And we go. So we got a bit more Marines coming out, which is nice to see. He's still building 4 Marauders at once, and yeah, when he gets these, he's actually got the potential to build 5 Marauders at once. He's really building 5 Marauders at once, and 4 Marines as well once he gets this going. So his army size is going to be very, very, very decent, and 1 weapon's just about to finish, which is going to be extremely helpful. So yeah, we'll see if this next assault is going to be the last one. He's starting to look very, very strong here. But Minigun does have an Immortal. However, Illusion has enough Marines, so he can potentially still overwhelm the Immortal right here. Force field's coming down, and this is when it starts to get really, really tricky. But Illusion does at least have a couple of medevacs, which might get sniped over there. Actually does pull it back very, very nicely. There he goes. So move up. We're going to see force fields in the middle right here, but only on one side. So Illusion's still able to move through. The Immortal died so quickly there. Such focused DPS on that thing, and now they're moving in. Going to be moving up the ramp. Are they going to be able to get through? No, split up. So he was trying to escape from the Nexus shooting thing, but did end up getting owned there. The medevac micro might have been able to save some of them, but they did get split up right there, and it looks like he is getting owned. So that Colossus, I think the Colossus actually died somewhere in there. So great job to Illusion for taking that out, but he's simply got not enough left to continue the fight there. Nexus is overcharged again, and he's going to have to fall back here. He just doesn't have the numbers, and everything is just going to hell. So he's doing some very, very nice attacks continuously. Widow Mines are going to be a very nice play out here. If you can get him in the right position, he can start to snipe some sentries. There we go, trying to move in. 1 Marine does get trapped, but he's managing to squeeze through on the side there. It's not the best placed force fields in the entire world. Still doing a pretty good job. We've got a constant stream of reinforcements coming in from Illusion, but Minigun is only about a minute away from getting that Colossus up once again. This is a very hard position to attack though, with that Nexus, and I'm not too worried about the Widow Mines, to be honest, because there is an observer all the way over there, so you should be able to spot them very, very fast. The Widow Mine is going to get one shot off, but I don't think... There we go, second Widow Mine hit. Takes off 3 sentries. That's a very, very nice hit, and now Illusion can start to think about doing a lot more, because with no sentries on the front ground, that means no force fields, that means he's got a lot more freedom, and we will see how he uses that freedom. He's still dealing with this Colossus, not quite able to knock it down with the forces he has. He has got to regroup, maybe wait a little bit, get some more forces, but we will see. His constant reinforcements are doing a pretty good job, and his third base as well, which he's had for quite some time, has helped his worker numbers out as well. So constant aggression for like the last 10 minutes, we've seen constant aggression from Illusion. Maybe just fell back a couple of times to regroup, but he's always been straight back on the ball there, and I really, really like this playstyle. Just don't give him an inch to sort of back off, and Illusion is going in once again. What does Minigun have? He does have 2 Colossus, no sentries. So there we go, he's got the scan, he's going to see these guys, he's going to back off, just trying to wither away the high ground advantage. Minigun does move back, but the Zealots are starting to take some very, very hard flak, and once the Zealots go down, these Stalkers and the Colossus are going to be so vulnerable to these Marauder attacks. Do have a couple of sentries who found their way into the battle, stopping the Marauders slightly. The Widow Mine's not getting in range for the best hits, but the Marauders have done the damage they need to do. The Stalkers all but wiped out. One Colossus down, the second one teetering, and Illusion has taken the victory right there with just sheer pressure, and is really, really good. I mean, I don't know, Minigun, I mean, he went for Colossus fairly fast. He had 1 Immortal, and then he shot straight for Colossus, and I don't know if that was the best option, because we saw here Illusion was very, very heavily favouring Marauders in this battle, which is a great idea versus Protoss, but against Immortals, Marauders would have sucked. Well, they wouldn't have sucked, but they would have been a lot harder to actually do the damage that they did, and I think Minigun should definitely have knocked out a few Immortals, maybe made Colossus sort of a secondary priority and Immortals a more primary priority. But considering the amount of Marauders that we saw on the battlefield, I think that would have been a better decision. Anyway, game's done. Illusion taking out the victory very, very nicely. And yeah, great stuff from him. So thank you very much for watching this game. I'll catch you guys tomorrow with another one. And stay tuned for that. This has been Hairy Muppet.